Well, it's Labor Day 2023. I'm in the train room and going to do a little bit of work on the final part, hopefully, of the electrical before I do the panel connection. I still have to put the switches on the panel, but all the wires and throttle, I changed what I was going to do about the throttle, both throttles. I'm not going to have them behind the drawer, up against the top part, the bottom part of the layout. Decided not to do that. So what we're going to do is it's in the drawer. I have enough room, and it just has everything there. So that's all we need. So what you're going to see now is just me doing some work on wiring and just other little things. It won't be very much. I'll probably be doing different things along this video with the layout. I have been testing it with my my meters, and I did put power to some of the switches, and I could hear them snapping, so they are working, but one is not. So I have to find out exactly which one it is, and I have an idea which one it is because it is an old one, and I do have some extra switches, so I could just Dremel the old switch out and put a new switch in, and no problem. It's easy to do. All right, so stay tuned. So we are back. I got my microphone on, so if I walk away, you could actually hear me. Anyway, hopefully I don't die of power here. Anyway, so I'm gonna start drilling the holes. First, a pilot. We have a carpet underneath the old card table. So we're gonna start probably over here. Wish me luck. And just, I've already marked it with a felt pen where I want them. So I'm going to do the switches, push button switches first. We'll do that first. I'm actually going to do the ones that for the future siding. I'm going to do those too. So that's the siding switches in the center. The sidings. This is just the pilot holes to make it easier. That's not where it goes. That doesn't go there. Yeah, it does. That's right. Because it's really a straight, and then that's the turn. We are going to put little lights. Well, we'll do it later. Anyway, so we'll go over here. Bring this a little closer here. So the push button switches are one size, and the switches for the sidings is another one. Okay, so do we do this one? It really doesn't go anywhere. I believe that's number 13 or 14. I said I was going to do these ones too. Oh, we got to do this one right here. So these are pilots, remember that, okay? May as well put them in anyway. Probably will do this. Probably will do this. Yeah. Probably will do the siding here. Okay, so we got the pilot holes for the push button turnout switches. Okay. There's the screw, or the drill bit. So we're going to take a switch out of here without the nut and the washer. So when we'll check to see what. Yeah, hopefully they're flipping long enough, huh? Oh yeah, well, the nut is just going to barely show. Wow. Well, we'll see. May have to, on the other side, may have to make a bigger, wider hole for it to go up. So, okay. We can make things work. So we're just going to do the first one. I was going to get a scrap piece from outside, but screw it. Okay, first big hole. Get it right, try to get it right in the center, right? Okay. Okay, so let's see. Go over here, probably. Where's that switch? Where did I put that switch? I had that switch right here. Where did I do with it? Did I put it back in the bag? Probably did. So the black one. Oh, yeah. Do I have to go a little bigger? Fuck, I have to go a little bigger. Wow, we're gonna have to go a little bit bigger than that to fit it in. Okay, so that was the thing I wanted to try. So let's go to the next size up, which is this one, and that is, what size is that? 19/64. Holy jeez. So that's a little bigger. Well, this won't fit. I wonder why. Well, it fits that way. Oh, it fits that way. But again, it's not. I'm going to have to make it a little bigger on the back end for it to wow. Or we'll be gluing them down. Just glue them in. How does it look? Maybe we'll just go like this. Might have to just see that way. Well, that's the problem of having a thin wood instead of plexiglass. That was the only problem of going this way. But you know what? I really didn't want to use plexiglass there. It goes in. It's going in. But it doesn't. Well, that's enough. It's enough to push. See? It's enough to push. So, do we... you know, I don't have a... Right now, I would say I would really like to just make the hole bigger here so it goes in slightly more with the size of the base, so it goes in. That's the problem. I knew I was going to may have a problem with thickness of the switches. Like the switches, the toggle switches should be fine because those things are bloody long. So again, this is This is like, if all else fails, I just glue them in place. That's it. Black, red, red, black, red, red, black, red. So like I know where each one goes. So yeah. So that's it. So okay, let's start drilling all these. The idea is to go slow, right? Let's get these main ones in. Almost done. So I'll probably ream them out a little bit too. A lot of vacuuming later on. That was close to the wood on this side. The framing. Good thing. Wonder if I have a bigger. I probably do have bigger drill bits. And ream this out just slightly, like make it a little bigger so that it goes down. So it goes down and it will actually use the nuts. So why don't we take a switch outside? I know I have another set of drill bits out there, and go from there. Okay, so we're gonna put this one on here, and we're not going in very far. So what we're gonna do, put tape around that. Where's my color tape? There it is, there's blue. That's the one I've been using. So we'll put color tape, a lot of it. Take that off. Take that off. Let's do that. I've been running around outside, just coming in. So So we don't need much. I would say that much. Not much at all. You know what? I don't know if I have one of those other ones. So we're not going to put it in very far. Like, it's going to be very, very close. So we'll do it. Okay, so we'll try it on this one. Oh, just a little smidge more. There. I think that would be it. That's the size we want. It's not all the way through. Oh, there you go. Like, there's enough of the nut that you could get on there. Okay, so we'll do it that way. Again, not much needed. There we go. Go back. Just a little bit. Clean it up. Okay. Don't want to go too much. Just a little. Just a smidge. There we go. A little more. There we go. Hold on. That one might be a little too far, but we'll glue it. Drill bit has a little bit of crap in it. There we go. See, it just grabs. There we go. Clean out the end. Couple more. Boy, got a lot of sawdust around here. Now the back side, or the upper part. Go. There we go. Maybe a little touch up of paint here. Little touch up of paint. Okay, where's that? Switch. just beautifully. See the threads? Yeah, that should work. Oh, missed these two. Got to do all those ones. So, which one was that one? That one? Yeah. So we'll have to do all these other ones right here still. Not all done. Not done it yet. So we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left of the big ones. Do it carefully. Go at low speed. Oh, shit. Yeah, I still have my mic here. I thought it fell off. Sorry, guys. Oh, crap. Digging in and I think we're still gonna glue it in place anyway. I think. Still have to solder all the wires or the switches on the wires onto the switches. We still got to do that. Okay, so that's that. Now the switches for the blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. We do have a 6 block, 7 block, 8 blocks now. Holy shit, we have to expand the wiring. Okay, so this one, this size, is for the switches. And I did measure. I definitely did. And I think these switches are beefy enough, the threads, that I don't have to make the other end. Let's just put it through the other holes. Well, yeah, could do that. See, they're beefy enough. So they will fit, they should fit. Okay, so let's do the sidings, switches for the sidings. So this siding, number 1 siding. Okay, number 2 siding. Three. Oh, I'm doing the big. I didn't do the little holes first. Oh, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't do the pilots, but that's fine. There we go. Put the drill down there. Boy, we got a lot of cleanup here. Ooh, this one is going to be a tight butter. So we're going to have to put a notch in my wood here. Wow. Okay. just in there. Oh, crap. So this one is going to be it. Got to put a big notch in there, like in here. So, not worry about it right this second. No, we're not going to worry about it at this second about this. So this one, there we go. See, it fits no problem. This one, all these switches will have to get wires put on. I'll put super long ones. So we'll wire it into the there, and I think that's it. Block one. Cool. Okay. So we can actually do cabs on here because they're double throw. No. Yeah, double throw, single throw. No, double. Single throw, single pull, double throw. So that's double throwing, but single pull because it's only the center and the two on the outside. So getting there. Just have to clean up a little bit of our paint. I got white. Not much of the black got disturbed. We're gonna have to make this one a little bigger around here so the switch will go on there. So I'm going to clean up the carpet that's on here, my cutting surface, and we'll go from there after that. So anyway, so that's it for there. Look at all that dust, huh? So while you were gone, I started putting the push button switches that have the wires on already. So we're putting them on the front of the layout switches. I'm going to have to extend these wires anyway. It's better to have them on the layout anyway. I might just put all the switches in so I could put the wires on when it's on here. Just put it upside down and put all the wires on. Might be a lot easier doing it that way. So I got to be very careful with the pliers to tighten the nut. And they're going in really, really well. Look at that. So next one is another red. Then we have black. Should have another one. Okay, another red over there. Okay, we have a couple. We still got a lot. And then we have all the bunch of other push buttons we got with no wires that I have to. But these ones are going to be extended. I'm going to put red and black wires on them. I got some wire, but it's not the flexible wire. It's the copper solid wire. That's all I've got. And I picked up a lot of it from Amazon months ago for the layout. So we'll use the long nose for this here. Gotta use the pliers. But I have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. There we go. Okay. Black for there, and then black, red for that. And then we'll start putting the other ones on that have no wires. Maybe we'll get this done and put it on a video and everybody can see it. It's very hot outside here in the peg, and I really don't want to go outside in the heat and humidity. Smoke in the air from the forest fires, wildfires, whatever you want to call them. So still a lot of that. AC's on full blast here in the house. It's nice down here in the basement. Okay, and we have the black one. Boy, look at all those wires. We are getting there. I am hoping to put the layout back on its legs tomorrow. After I finish whatever I got to do with wiring underneath it, which is just a little bit left of cleaning up and securing to the underside. So there's still another terminal block I want to put in for the cab A and B underneath, where the big wires go right to the main wires around the layout. So I will still have to do that. Okay, so this is the final one with wires. These are the newest of the switches I purchased online. I couldn't put the lock washers on because I just don't have enough meat on this. It's fine. I'm going to put probably hot glue in behind just to hold it in so it doesn't ever get out of the way. So there we go. Okay, so that's really the outside loop. Got our switches on, connecting to the inside loop, and now we are looking for all the push buttons that don't have wires. There's a bunch here. They're virtually exactly the same kind, I believe. So we'll go from left to right. They look exactly the same. Are they the same size? We'll see. Take that one. Oh yeah, they're the same size. Get the nut. Oh, that's the wrong color I want for there. That should be the black. Okay, grab the wrong color. Okay, so we go to the red right there. Red is always going into, there we go, pops it in. Pop it in. And then, yeah, we'll put it upside down on cushions and attach wires to it from underneath. Probably be easier. I don't have to be holding the switches. Let the panel hold the switches in place, right? There we go. Black one. We're not using the locking nuts. There we go. No, that's not what I want. I want a black one. How did I grab one of those? Hello. You could talk, but they'll hear you.
Okay, can you take a break?
If you hit the button for pausing or stopping. Okay, we're back. I'm taking someone to Walmart. So, there is some white that should be repainted here. I might have to touch that up. Let's see if that other paint I have in the stick. So I don't have to pull out the brush. I don't really want to take out those brushes. So, I'll look at the white I have in these felt pens. It's a paint. And just see if I could touch up. In fact, I probably will use this to touch up all the other stuff around here. So, let's see if it's not bad. Let's see if oh, not bad, not bad. Like, just, well, we'll see. Anyway, so which one were we working on next? I had, there's the red. There we go, that one. There we go. Perfectly in the center of the thing here. Okay. Oh fuck! Which one was this? That one doesn't even want to go in very well. I'll have to get the drill out. Pull out the proper drill bit for that. It's not really. Not that one. Let's do this one. Yeah, this one. Get the drill. This is the one. Let's see. What the flip? There we go. Pushed it in. Jeez. Piece of wood right here. Fiber. Okay. Not. Wonder if I have enough switches. Well, I know I have enough because I have the other bunch that have soldered on it. Okay, so that one. Now there's a bunch of black ones I gotta put on. That black is on. Next, black. And then we'll just put the knot on. I was watching, what's this, Country View Acres. His latest, 3 days ago he made it. So I was just watching a video of him. I got home from work last night. I watched Luna Acres. Been watching them for probably 2 years now. Watched Ken's Carpentry earlier today. So there's a few videos, creators I watch all the time. I support everybody, you know. And of course I got my other YouTube channels. Got this one, the old name was Dwayne's Trains, but now it's Superior Junction Railway. Okay, that one goes there. People ask, why Superior Junction? Well, turned out my grandfather worked for CNR back in, I believe, the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And, yeah, we have no more black. Okay, that's it. And he was the switcher at Superior Junction, Ontario. So he would come out of the house, or he'd be on call all the time to hit the switch for the trains, the old steamers, to revert this, like change the switch for the trains going down to Port Arthur, Fort William. Now it's Thunder Bay, and you would hit the switch for that. So he was the switcher. Kind of neat that he did that. Okay, next one. That one's going to be a tight bugger. Wow, that is tight. Oh, might have to pop it back out. Drill it a little bigger. Just checking these switches. Whew. That one is definitely tight. There we go. Oh, it had the locking washer in there too. Don't want that. Okay, so let's get the drill. Okay, so what's this one right here? There we go. It's going on a little better. Again, I'm going to have to put the what do you call it? Wires on. See if it pops through. Not really. Like, why is it not coming through? Is this one a little different than the other switches? Is there enough thread for me to grab it on? Might be. Do have a lot of switches. If I need to ream it out even more, I could ream it out. Wow, that one is really tight. Wow. Does it go in this way, no problem? Yeah, it does. So, what's going on here? The wood is not really cut right through here. Do it by hand. Maybe it just needs a little more taken off. Do this one too. Oh boy. So that one's black. That's the black one. That's a little better. That. I think once they're on, they're on. There won't be any changes. Red are the newer ones. clean it out. Reamed out holes. Holes. Let's see if it pops in. There we go. Yeah, it popped in. Didn't look like it would, but it did. Okay, so now it's the back side. May as well do all the reds I got. Oh yeah, that one's big enough. Could be the switch, you know. Could actually be the switch is a little beefier, the threads, the body. Okay, so that one. Okay, should be another red over there. And we could cut those other ones for the other one, like in the future. I really don't know. I'm on the fence on this one. Okay, that one's going in. There's going to be a few of them I have to remove the old wire from the switch and then solder on new wire. I'm going to solder on probably maybe about 1.5 feet of wire on each one. And even the ones that do have wire, I'm going to put extension on. So we need 1, 2 black, 3 black. Yeah, see how the old, there's wire on there, so we'll just heat it up and pull it off. And then put all new wire on. Ow, the wires hurt underneath. Sharp. Next. God, that one's really going to be a bugger to take those wires off there. Where's that pen? There's a lot of wood around here. Has to be opened. Let's see how that goes. I wonder if I could speed up this video for everybody too. That's working, that's working. Those will just be ordinary on-off switches for those sidings. This will be a three-way switch. So, I need one more black over there. Oh, that one doesn't have a nut. Ooh, not good when it doesn't have a nut. Covers it up. I don't like the switch. Throw it out. Don't like it at all. Doesn't look right. The nut. And tighten it up. So do we? We'll see. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so here's the toggle switches. That comes up really well. Goes up in there, no problem. So that's for turning on and off the siding. The one that's here will be a three-way switch, or it'll be a double pull, double throw switch. Pop in there. Another one. Come on, get on there. There might be some lights on these headlights I'm going to put on these sidings and the main line, because I got a lot of eight I think lights. One up here I'm going to have to somehow take out, make it bigger somehow, because the switch goes up and down like that. Well, I got a lot of switches, like holy shit, I really did buy a lot of switches for that. So we're going to have to take it out like this. So we're going to get a pencil and get a pencil. There's one. And I have to somehow dig out that. So if it's not like that. So I have to dig out that much. So that much I gotta dig out. So we'll do it later. Don't feel like doing it now. Okay, so we're gonna have to do almost the same thing right here for this toggle switch. So I might have to really, oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be a hard one. Can't really do it there. That one will be right there. So those are those ones. That's that one. Okay, so let's find the double pole. I thought I had 5 of them. There's only 4 here. So there must be one kicking around somewhere. Unknown. Unknown where it is. That washer, I really don't need it. I don't think I do. See how having a nut on there. Does it give me enough space? No. So we have to take this nut off. There we go. So oops. Got it through the hole. It's through the hole. So it doesn't know. No, we're not gonna put that there. No. Nope, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna put that either. Just put that flipping nut on. So that'd be that is for the loop. That's gonna be a little bit of wiring I gotta do. There might be another switch I have to put in here. I have to check the little diagram I downloaded from the internet. There might be another switch I need to put in here for that. But again, I got to put a switch right here. Should we do those other switches? So how many switches do we have going here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so did I put a 14th on the system? I don't remember. Let's see. If there's 17, I don't, or 13, or 14, I don't need that one. So how many are there? In here, we have 14. So did I count that as a 14 down there? 13 down there, right there. That's 13. What about that one right there? 14. Whoa. Okay, so 14 is not being wired. 14 is not wired in. I don't see 14. Maybe I'm blind as a bat. I only see 13 wires. Yeah, there's only 13, so we don't need that one. We don't need that, so it's a dead. So we could put white right there. We're not using that at once. There's no wiring for that. It's not wired in. So that switch is not, so it's just a fake. I was planning on putting a very small siding right there. I don't think I will now. So what we could do, I'm gonna have to put white on those right there. So the switches are on. Okay, we're gonna need switches for the decoupler, momentary switches. So we're gonna have to put those in. So we're gonna have to drill a hole for that. Yep, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do that too. So we're gonna put it right here and right here. So what should we do? Black? Yeah, we're gonna have to use the black ones. 2 black ones. Do they have any more? Oh, we got plenty of black ones here somewhere. Shit, maybe not. Got more red than black. So we still have to do the momentary switches for the decoupler of the Rapido. Those have to be put in. So that is what hole is that? Was that this one? So we're gonna have to take one these out just so I know which one I used. Drill bit for the switches, momentary switches. Okay, so that one's that one. So which one is this? Is this one? Yes, it is. So this one will be for the momentary switches. Now we have to get my little batting here. So we'll put this one back in. Don't want to forget. I'm still debating, I'm still actually debating to put the switches in for this. Because I got the switches. May as well just put them on. And just go from there, right? Don't have to wire them in yet, because they'll just sit there in the panel until I expand it and put. I've got the track, got the switches, I've got whatever I need for that. So one switch there, one switch there. This switch is going to be the tricky one. I'm going to have to drill a very large hole right here. Not looking forward to this. So it's close to the edge. So I might have to just put it on the edge thing. Well, we'll see how we could do this. Might have to just drill some pilot holes for it to make it big. What do you guys think? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to take a pause here in the video. We are at 28 minutes. We're going to have to shorten this a bit. Okay, we're back. I've been putting more holes on this thing. Anyway, do I have enough? I do have enough toggle switches. I need 3 of them. And there's even more in there too. One more. So we're at our max of toggle switches. But there was a toggle switch right there, right? Okay, so we have plenty of switches. So I had to make the wood on here bigger so I could actually accept the switch, but it's just a little. I have to put a nut here. Or a couple washers. I don't know. Let's put in a couple nuts. Yeah, nuts. How that works. It was hard. Had to use the router. And I think that will work. Oh yeah. Had to use the router for this. And there we go. Had to put the router. I had to use the router and make the wood right here bigger around there so it'll accept the switch. Just has to be tightened a little more. Then we go to the other side. So we have the switch that I already put on here. And almost done. Almost done. Then I'm going to do wiring it. Putting all new wires for everything. Here's another one for the other spot. Fit. Woohoo! It fits. Ooh, that's a lot. That's really close, huh? For wiring, it's going to be a bit of a. I'll have it wired. I won't be wiring it into the layout yet because there's no. That's for future, right? Fingers. Getting tired. It's getting tiring. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we'll sure go straight and then get the pliers and just tighten. Prairie dog is running today. They're probably at gross aisle by now. It's 2 o'clock. They should be on their way back from Grouse Isle. So there should be some guys at the clubhouse today. I had this to do. I have a couple days off, and I had to do this. This had to be done before the end of the summer. It is really the end of the summer now, but who's being technical, right? Use the long nose to make it nice and straight. That's straight. This one will have to be tightened a little more. So it's straight. It's getting there, huh? Nice and straight. Up and down. There we go. Push button don't matter. Toggles matter. So we have 3 toggles left on those ones. I don't know. Just gonna put it in a long bag, and we'll find some nuts to put it in there for it to go. Okay, got those. These ones have missing nuts. So we got toggles there. So we'll have lights. Those still have to be put in, but that could be after the fact. I don't know. A lot of dust up here, sawdust. I have to clean up the card table really well. What do you think? So these will be switches for the other sidings. These are not wired into the layout, so they still have to do that if I do use them. So is this, and so is this switch. These two turn out here. Yeah, turnout right there does not exist on the layout. These ones either. This one does. These all exist. Straight, 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 turn off, straight this way, straight this way, this straight this way, this straight this way, turn this way. This will be a, that is the crossover. Now, the problem with that switch, it's not a double pull, double throw with a middle off. So, may have to somehow turn off with another switch, another toggle switch, turn it off. I have to put one in there that turns it off. Anyway, so we have other things we've done today. We have put the wiring in. These are the breakers for the throttles. Because of the height of these breakers on the throttles, it would be too close to the underside of the panel. So what I did was got some, of course, thick speaker wire, and got some connectors, and it's all proper wiring. Low voltage, but it's still don't want shorts. That's the last thing I want on a layout is shorts. So we're gonna pick up all these switches, these push button switches. I think I do owe one of the guys money for some of these switches. I think that was off $10 or $5 for it first. Anyway, so we got those. So there's a lot of washers, nuts around here. So put those in this little bag. Again, we're gonna, oh, there's nuts. Those are for the other switches. These have nuts in them. There's more nuts in there, so we'll put all the nuts in there. Okay, so those all have nuts. And that's probably on this, almost the same size as the other one. Again, we have little red lights. I have to find out what size that is. And I'm actually thinking about, and they have long threads like that. Should fit. So I'm thinking, I don't know what about you guys, thinking of putting the red lights in the sidings. When power's on, it will become bright with the power of course, the DC of the throttle. When it stops, it won't have any power through it. So, still a bit of cleanup of the paint job, but thinking of those lights. We'll have to figure out what size of the drill fit. And these things are weather. Weather rating on these things. Let's see what the smallest drill bit here. Oh, that won't fit. So I'm gonna think in the next, it's 2 o'clock here in Winnipeg. I'm gonna think about this. I gotta clean up some of the spots here where I used my pencil. See how I could clean it up, and then I'll just paint it with the white. Clean up one somewhat. On that one I painted already. Don't see very much other, but I have the white. So we'll paint that. Oh, that's not gonna work. So we'll just get some pieces off and get that off. Anyway, oh, got more nuts over here. Oh, I should. There's a lot of washers, so yeah. Do have some switches extra. It's a good thing. So this is a long video. I'm going to try to shorten the final cut. And it's time to put stuff away and clean up the carpet around here. Put stuff on there, here. Don't get that back. Put it over there. These. Oh, there's more nuts here too. Holy cats! So we do have. Those are probably for the push button. Well, if we get them all together, sit down and just put them all back together. Anyway, so that's might end this video right now with this, but I might come back later and say goodbye. And that is the panel. Wow. Still next is wiring all wires to all the switches underneath, getting that ready. Then I will put it back on the drawer, and we're going to put the layout back on its legs as soon as I finish with all of the wiring underneath. So what we'll do is just pop you guys off here. Watch out. So we're going to go over here. So there's still a little bit of wiring I got to do, just a little bit. And then I might be able to put it back on its feet with the help of Keely, of course. Maybe I could con Mom, her mom, to do it too, help me out. But the legs are shorter. I cut 6 inches off, 8 inches off, so they're actually shorter now. The whole thing is. I do have little legs right here. I was trying something that I have extra 2x2s, and I was thinking about, on working on some stuff, is put the little legs on and have it close to the ground, but that's hard on my legs, bending down and all that. So still have to better labeling along here, clean up some of the mishmash of stuff I have. But here is, that's no good, don't need that anymore. So we have the throttles in the drawer. Like I said, it is mounted, the screws on the side. That's all we need. And just have to clean up the inside of it. Cab A, cab B, then we'll wire up. This is where the circuit breakers go. I'll wire that up somehow on the control panel. I have lots of wire on that. We might put that on there, or we might do something else. We'll see. Okay. Anyway, you never know what I might do. I changed my mind a lot on this. This is really my first layout that I'm building from scratch. So it's come along. And again, we have our little display at the CN. A little bit of Penn Central up on the wall. My wife said, "What the hell's that?" I said, "That's my little display." She says, "Oh, okay, looks good." Anyway, that's her office right there. Hopefully when we both retire, that's gonna go. Hopefully. We'll see. Anyway, plan is, I'll tell you the plan. I have 5 4x2 modules. I'll show you what a module is. Being part of WindTrack, we have modules. So this is the module I have. It's in behind there. So that's 2 feet by 4 feet long. I got from the club for free last year, 5 of them. They're in the garage up in the rafters. So maybe one of these days, if I'm good, if they let me, that's how I say it. Enough room in this room. Put 2 along here, 2 along here, 1 in the center, and have a U-shaped layout. We'll see. I don't know if I'll ever do it, but you never know. All right, so we'll close this off, and thanks for watching. I will hopefully make the video a little shorter than it's going to be. It's probably going to be an hour. I don't want an hour, but it gets a little boring for people. Anyway, I might make it in a couple parts, so see how it goes. All right, have a good one. Bye. Okay, layout is on the legs, and did notice when I was behind the layout before pulling it back, there is this switch is screwed up. Yeah, I don't know if it's the one that wasn't clicking, but that needs to be replaced. Got a new switch, and once I get the wire so I could check all the switches by right here, I don't know which one is the one that's dead. So here are those decouplers for Rapido. One there, and we actually have a KD magnet right there too. So it is shiny. Whoa. So I still have to adjust the drawer a bit. It's a little off kilter. So close it up, put it inside. The throttles will be hooked up to telephone boxes. That's what they use. Cab 1. I'll have it set up probably on either side, and then have to make some kind of a holder for them. So there you go. I'm going to put a cover right across here with handles, and so it's easy to pull out. There we go. So now the hard wiring, soldering to the control panel. Put this down a bit while I pull out the drawer. I'm gonna have 2 hands to do this. So you can put it up there if you want. Holy crap, you could put it way up there if you need to. So we'll look on the back end. So there you go. I have to solder all the wires to all the switches, and they will go right to this terminal block, that terminal block for the sidings, and the cabs right there. We probably are going to be using a couple more sidings for the track. I'm going to be putting This has to be set for a siding. I need to put wires here for the 6 siding. That's going to be number 6. And then we have on the control panel, we have these, which doesn't exist yet. So that's coming down from here, coming down and being all the way across, even past that. So there's going to be an area, so parking trains. So there we go. All right, that's it.